Assalamualaikum everybody. So today I'm going to make a cap on Sentro Machine. So let's get started. If you're a totally beginner, so I'm going to go over some basics, but if you know that, so skip this part. Let's go ahead. So this is the Sentro Machine. इसके पास like 48 pins होती हैं, जो ये hook भी आप कह सकते हैं. These are the hooks, and when you rotate it, they turn. So first we'll go over the panel, the settings. अब यहाँ पर settings होती हैं. ये P donate करता है panel को, and T for tunnel. So panel is like a cloth like thing, कि वो cloth type बन जाता है yarn करके, वो सारा ऐसे cloth में हो जाता है. उसके लिए आप sweaters बना सकते हैं, other things. But if you want a cap, जब आपने cap बनानी होती है, tunnel क्या होता है कि वो आपके ऐसे अंदर जा सकता है हाथ, वो like circle type होता है. तो हम टनल से स्टार्ट करेंगे. तो पहले मैं आपको टनल समझा देती हूँ थोड़ा सा. अब टनल में इस मशीन में 7 काउंटर आता है. टनल के लिए ये काम करेगा, मगर पैनल के लिए नहीं. This will only work for tunnel but not in panel. So let's see what tunnel is. So as you move around, you will see that all these pins are pink, all these hooks, but there's one hook that is white. So we're going to focus on this hook very often. So let's see. As you see, when you're going in a tunnel, in the settings tunnel, it will rotate endlessly, and as you cross this pin, your counter will go. So this is the tunnel setting. It will go around in circle and as many times as you want, but in panel things are a little different. So I'm going to go in the panel setting, and when you rotate it, yeah, like it's going smoothly. It's like the tunnel, but sometimes later, as you'll see right now, sometimes, just wait, it won't crack much, and if you force the machine to do it, it will break. जब आप अपनी मशीन को फोर्स करेंगे पैनल में इस पिन से ज़्यादा जाने के लिए, तो वो ख़राब हो जाएगी. ऐसे देखें. अब हम पीछे जाएंगे. अब हम पीछे की तरफ रोटेट करेंगे, तो एक और टाइम आएगा जिसमें आपकी नहीं फिनिश होएगी, सर्कल में नहीं जाएगी पिन. Here, the white pen. It won't go any further. If you force your machine, it will break. So the panel setting is like that. It goes from here to here. It's just like that, like over here till here. So I want you to switch your settings to tunnel, and I'm going to do it like that now. And let's rotate to the white pin. This is your white pin. Set your counter to 0. You're going to take your yarn. This is not your main color. This is the cap I'm going to make is going to be 2 colors, red and black. These 2 yarns I'm going to be using, but this yarn is called scrap yarn. You can also use any ordinary yarn for your scrap yarn. I just have this amount of yarn cutted, so you'll understand when I show you the end project. So what you have to do is how to set your yarn on the Sentro Machine. अब आपने कैसे अपने Sentro Machine में yarn कैसे करना है. So first, reach white pin. या आपने white pin पे आ गए. Hook कह सकते हैं, pin कह सकते हैं, मगर मैं pin ज़्यादातर कहती हूँ. अब आपने एक tail थोड़ी सी छोड़नी है. इतनी tail को white पे अंदर, इसके अंदर जाना है. You have to put it inside the hook. Now you're going to hold it like that, और थोड़ा सा रोटेट करोगे जब तक ये हुक अंदर ना चले जाए. अब ये हुक अंदर चला गया, अब छोड़ दो टेल को. अब आप इसके अंदर गया हुआ है, तो आप यहाँ पे बाहर रखना है. If it's inside the hook, in the white hook, then you have to hold it like that. Outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, and you have to do it all around the machine. So I'm going to fasten up, out, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, then outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside. So inside and outside, inside and outside. Now you have reached is your white peg. So I want you to make your yarn like that. put it inside. And what happens that some people, they do is put it inside, but it doesn't go through that hole. You see that hole over here? It doesn't go through that, and the yarn gets mixed up, and then you have loose stitches. So I want you to make sure that your yarn is going inside that hole and outside. So we're going to go like that and just rotate it slowly. You don't have to do anything else. It will go inside all the pins or hooks. So I just want you to look carefully if it's going outside. So this is it. Just do like, I usually do 1 layer or 2 layers of scrap yarn, because it's not, you don't have to do that much. So I think so I'll just do 2 layers. That's enough. That's more than enough. So you just want to crack your machine, and over here we're going to now you see that I have on my counter the 2. This indicates the layers I done. So I did just 2 layers. I'm going to take my scrap yarn, pull the tail out of it, and leave the tail here. Now I'm going to take the color I want my hat to be from the top part, from the top. So I'm going to take this. I'm going करना है कि अपना मेन कलर जो आपके टॉप हैट आपको चाहिए जिस कलर का आपने वो लेना है, एंड लीव अ टेल. अब इसके अंदर डालें, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया होल के अंदर होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. दैट्स इट. बस आपने ये ध्यान रखना है, और थोड़ी सी टेल को थोड़ा सा पुश करके रखना है ताकि वो निकल ना जाए. एंड देन यू जस्ट हैव टू गो लाइक दैट, एंड देयर यू गो. अब आप टेल को छोड़ दें और अपना बस yarn को scrap करते हैं ऐसे, and there you go. Now you're just gonna go like that, and as you can see, the color is really getting there. Looks beautiful. Even I should do a blue and red combination too. So as you see, it's going pretty well. So now you're going to do like 60 or 80 layers. So I think so I'm going to go to 60 or 80, but for this color, as I'm using 2 colors, I'm going to do 40 this and 20 this, or 40 more of these. So let's go ahead and start cranking until now you see we have is 4 over here. I forgot, but what I do, I have a habit that I leave this scrap yarn stitches also in there. So that means I have done 2 of the main color and 2 of the scrap yarn. But what you could do when you have done the scrap yarn, you could just press the counter again to make it 0, and then start with the main color. Then you will know how exactly. But what I know how to do it is that I minus 2 because I used only 2 layers of scrap yarn. So you're just going to turn this until you get here 40 or maybe 50. That's enough for the main top color. So I'll see you in some time.
मैं पकड़ती हूँ. हाँ. मैं पकड़ती हूँ. तेज तेज घुमाओ। पकड़ू?
नहीं।
मायरा ऊपर देखो। चलो करो, मैंने पाँव रखे।